English adverbs. Here are some questions that I hope you'll be able to answer by the end of this lesson. Number 1. What do adverbs do? Number 2. What letters do many adverbs end in? And number 3. Where can adverbs appear in a clause or sentence? So English adverbs can modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Here's an example of an adverb modifying a verb. Drive carefully. Drive is a verb, and carefully is the adverb, which is saying how you should drive. Here's an example of an adverb modifying an adjective. Very careful. I will be very careful. Careful is an adjective, and very is the adverb that changes it. And here's an example of an adverb modifying another adverb. Very carefully. Drive very carefully. English adverbs can be put into different groups. Adverbs of manner tell us how a verb is done. Common adverbs of manner include badly, carefully, easily, happily, loudly, politely, rudely, and well. Here are some examples. I sing badly. The audience listened carefully. And you speak English well. Adverbs of frequency answer the question, how often? Some adverbs of frequency are never, rarely, hardly ever, occasionally, sometimes, often, frequently, usually, and always. Adverbs of frequency can appear before the main verb. For example, we often eat out, and I sometimes go to the cinema. And they can appear after the verb be. You are always saying that. The verb be here is are always. The bus is sometimes late. Is sometimes. Adverbs of frequency can appear between two auxiliary verbs. For example, I have never been to Korea, to show how often I've been to Korea. Well, which is never. Sometimes and occasionally can appear at the beginning of a sentence. For example, sometimes I eat breakfast at work, and occasionally I eat breakfast at work. Often and sometimes can also appear at the end of a sentence. They go to Spain often. I play guitar sometimes. We can also use expressions to show frequency, or how often something is done. These come at the end of a sentence or clause. These expressions follow the pattern of number of times, followed by period of time. For example, twice a day. You should brush your teeth twice a day. And once a year. I go on holiday once a year. And 5 days a week. I work 5 days a week. Adverbs of time tell us when something happens or happened. Common adverbs of time include then, last year, yesterday, now, today, currently, later, tonight, tomorrow, next week, and so on. Here are some examples. I'll see you later. Here, the adverb is later. It's saying when we will see this person. Clean your room now. This is something I was often told. Here, the adverb is now. And we leave tomorrow. So how did you get on with those questions? Number 1, what do adverbs do? Well, they modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Number 2, what letters do many adverbs end in? The answer is ly. And number 3, where can adverbs appear in a clause or sentence? And the answer is at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end.